The Tesla Cybertruck has officially moved out of unicorn meme status and into the real world. Sure, it's taken a bit longer to get here, the price is a bit higher, the range and some other specs are a bit lower, but it is here and it can do some impressive things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2024 Tesla Cybertruck. Tesla CEO Elon Musk hosted a delivery event for the futuristic steel-bodied pickup. In fact, that steel body actually serves as an exoskeleton for the vehicle. Paired with the Gorilla Glass, the Cybertruck is touted as being able to withstand some pretty hard knocks. This even includes bullets. Armed assassination attempts aside, how does it fare as a, truck? While the numbers aren't quite as high as initially promised, there are still some impressive figures to talk about. The Cybertruck can reportedly tow as much as 11,000 pounds and handle a 2,500 pound payload. That's certainly more than the Ford F-150 Lightning can handle, and the payload figure is above that of the Rivian R1T, though it matches the Rivian's tow rating. If you compare the towing and payload figures to gas-powered trucks, of course, the numbers aren't as good. One interesting thing to note is that since the gross vehicle weight rating of the Cyberbeast version of the Cybertruck is right around 9,200 pounds, it puts it into the Class 2B division for the EPA. This aligns it more closely with vehicles in the 3/4 ton class of trucks with respect to gross vehicle weight rating, not necessarily half tons. But still, I think the average consumer will just compare it directly to other electric trucks and F-150s and Chevy Silverados, not 2500s and F-250s and Ram 2500s. But where the numbers blow those other trucks, including the electric ones, right out of the water is with respect to speed. The Tesla Cybertruck will be offered with a top-spec model called the Cyberbeast. It uses 3 electric motors to deliver a combined 845 horsepower. That's enough to get this stainless wedge from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a brain-busting 2.6 seconds. That's quicker than the Rivian R1T, the wild Hummer EV, and, well, most other vehicles on the road, including top-tier sport and supercars. Tesla will also offer a 600 horsepower all-wheel drive model at launch. This one uses a pair of motors to make the power and will run the 0 to 60 dash in a still very quick 3.9 seconds. Eventually, Tesla will also add a single-motor, rear-wheel drive version of the truck. As for range, the all-wheel drive is said to return 340 miles of range, while the Cyberbeast can deliver 320 miles. Tesla will offer a range extender that sits in the front portion of the pickup bed. With it, Tesla says range on the all-wheel drive truck jumps to north of 470 miles. The trucks will charge quickly too, with the Cyberbeast able to earn back 128 miles of range in just 15 minutes. One of the reasons for that is the Cybertruck uses an 800-volt architecture. With an 800-volt setup, you can move electricity through the vehicle in a more efficient manner, be it out to the wheels while under power or into the battery pack while charging. Another interesting feature has to be the steer-by-wire setup. Tesla isn't the first to do this, of course, but the automaker will probably have better reception to the system than, say, Infiniti did with their steer-by-wire models. So add in the progressive steering tuning via this system, and now add in the rear-wheel steer these trucks are also fitted with, and you have the potential for some pretty neat stuff to happen both on the road and off. From small turning circles in a parking lot to really light turning applications on a tricky part of a trail. In the cabin, the Cybertruck is familiar to fans of the brand. It's minimalism all the way. There's a massive 18.5-inch screen in the center, and that's where you handle basically everything, including seeing what's behind you since there's no rear view mirror. With the Tesla interior, it's a sort of love it or hate it design. Fans of the brand applaud the simplicity, while others may consider it quite boring. But it will be hard to be that bored when you launch the truck down the road that quickly. You're gonna have to pay quite a bit to do so though. The first 2 models to go on sale are the all-wheel drive and Cyberbeast. The all-wheel drive starts at $79,990, while the Cyberbeast starts at $99,990. When it makes it to market, the rear-wheel drive will reportedly start at $60,990. There is no $40,000 Cybertruck, at least not now, and likely not anywhere in the near future. Perhaps if this one does actually sell well, it can bring a lower-cost version to the plate, but for now, it's not a thing. Well, it's very interesting to see this truck finally come to market. I'm quite curious to see how many of those initial hand raisers are going to see their purchase through. This doesn't really seem like a vehicle for truck buyers who use their trucks for true truck stuff. At the same time, it does have pretty amazing specs in terms of power and capability. If you take it off-road, the Cybertruck has up to 17.4 inches of ground clearance thanks to the adaptive air suspension system. There's a set of 35-inch all-terrain tires being shown on the launch models, which makes the 0 to 60 runs that much crazier. And you have a very usable approach and departure angles of 35 and 28 degrees, respectively. But will the steer-by-wire system feel weird on the trail, or will it be great? Will that system help you know what's going on with your truck when you're towing something? There are so many questions left to be answered as the Cybertruck filters out into the hands of long-waiting customers. But the question of, will they actually make it? Well, that one now, it's been answered.